Hi everybody, this is Tracy from Northeast Tarot and welcome to your November 2015 monthly tarot reading. So right now I just want to take a second and thank everybody for all of their likes, their shares, their comments. You guys are truly amazing, and I especially want to thank everybody who has shown their support for my new series here on my channel. As you know, I already offer the general monthly tarot forecast, but now I have recently added the new weekly general forecast. I did ask everybody to give me their feedback when it comes to these new weekly readings, because they do take a lot of work, and I really wanted to know if it was something that you were finding helpful. And honestly, the feedback has just been truly amazing. You guys have really went above and beyond to really reach out to me and let me know that you definitely are finding these new readings helpful. It's something that you really are enjoying, and because of that, I of course will continue on doing these weekly forecasts. So I really wanted to take a second and thank you, for all of your support with the new readings. Now, if you are interested in a private reading, I do have my website linked below this video, so you definitely can click on my website and head over there. I do have a ton of information on my webpage. Right now, what I am offering is our two separate readings. One is a 30-minute reading, and the other is an hour reading. What I do is I normally ask you to give me 3 questions for the 30-minute reading or 6 questions for the hour reading, and then once your reading is finished, I do email you the private link where only you can actually view your reading here on YouTube. And the link never does expire, so you can save your reading to go back and reference for as long as you'd like. You can put it in a playlist or whatever. And it's something that you'll always have. In the future, I do plan on offering live Skype readings. It's just not something that I have right now, but I am working towards that. So I just want to thank everybody and wanted to let you know that I am available for private readings, so definitely head over to my site if you are interested. And I hope you have a great month of November. Hi Leo, this is Tracy from Northeast Tarot and welcome to your November 2015 monthly tarot reading. So this is for Leo Sun, Leo Moon, and Leo Rising signs. So let's get started, Leo. Alright, Leo. What I have at the bottom of the deck is actually the Three of Swords. So there could be some Leos that, recently went through some sort of heartache, maybe some sort of loss. There could be some Leos that experienced some sort of loss, some sort of sadness, somewhere within, their life. So that is what I have at the bottom of the deck, Leo. What I have coming up as the current situation and at the center of the reading, Leo, I do have the Four of Cups, which the Four of Cups can represent, a feeling of lack, or a feeling of being, things being flat, feeling emotionally uninspired, even bored. If you're single, that would make a lot of sense. It just means you're emotionally uninspired. You don't really have much going on. When it comes to, emotions and love and things like that. If you are in a relationship, this doesn't necessarily mean that anything is wrong. It's just, you could be quite comfortable with your partner. The relationship might not be as exciting as it used to be. Alternatively, this card can also talk about maybe an offer that's being given to us, and then, you know, sometimes we actually don't notice it or, you know, see it for whatever reasons. So, you know, there could be some Leos that might have some sort of offer that is coming to them right in the beginning of November. But this is how, you know, we are, or excuse me, you are, Leo, is starting out the month of November. Now what I have crossing is, and this card is either helping or hindering your situation, and it is the Hermit. So I feel as though there are many Leos that are definitely taking some alone time. I feel as though they're definitely going within. The Hermit is actually quite spiritual and very intuitive as well. So I feel as though, you know, you could be feeling flat, you could be feeling uninspired when it comes to love, but you're definitely looking within. I think you're, you know, maybe you have other things on your mind, and it could be your spirituality, and it could be maybe, you know, looking within for whatever reasons. You could be looking within for answers, or looking within really, going within and trusting your intuition, to really guide you. Really feel as though it's definitely going to be a time in the beginning of the month where you are definitely, you know, taking your you time, spending time alone, and really maybe reflecting and going within, Leo. Lay down. Now what I have at the foundation is actually the Two of Pentacles. So this is a card typically talking about finances, where you might be balancing your, or juggling your finances, really trying to make ends meet. You know, if financially you're doing well and you're not really juggling your finances, this could be talking about maybe the need for balance. You could be maybe juggling, you know, one area of your life with another area of your life, you know, your professional life with your personal life. You might have a lot of things going on. Now what I have coming up in the recent past is actually the World card. So I feel like some sort of cycle, Leo. You definitely completed some sort of cycle in your life, and you're beginning a new chapter of your life. It might feel a little flat, or, you know, like really it might be taking off slow, but I feel as though that's actually quite typical when we start new chapters of our life. That's actually quite normal. So, you know, this would have been a cycle that went on for a very long time. We're talking 9-10 years. And, you know, I really feel as though that cycle has come to an end for a lot of Leos. And this is definitely the, you know, beginning of a new cycle in your life. Something definitely came to completion. And, you know, for other Leos, the World card represents traveling. You might have, you know, went on vacation. You might have traveled. You know, this is going to be long distance travel. You could have went to some foreign country. Could have literally went traveling around the world. So definitely, you know, that can be the case for some other Leos out there. Now what I have coming up crowning you is the Ace of Pentacles. So I feel as though, you know, money is definitely on your mind. There could be some sort of new job that you're thinking about, or some sort of new beginning that you really want to come in November. It's very much on your mind, which, you know, that is very good, because, you know, the more we think about something, the more we actually can make it manifest with the law of attraction. So I feel as though money is definitely on your mind. You know, someone even actually could have presented you with some sort of offer. You know, there could be some Leos that are, you know, really contemplating and really deciding if they want to take maybe a new job or something like that. Now what I have coming up in the near future is the Eight of Swords. So the Eight of Swords is all about anxieties and fears holding you back, really preventing you from moving forward. You know, none of these swords are touching this woman on the card. She really has the power to walk out of this situation at any point. She's not being restrained or anything like that, but it's really her fears and her anxieties that are keeping her here, feeling trapped. And this is going to be around the second week of November that you might really kind of feel stuck, or might, you know, have a lot of fears or anxieties when it comes to something in your life. And I definitely don't want to see this card hinder you in any which way, Leo. So if you do encounter this energy, just, you know, I know it's easier said than done, but definitely, you know, don't let it hinder you. Which, you know, I really feel like you won't, because what I have is your power in this situation is actually the Eight of Wands, which, you know, this is all about things really picking up, moving forward. You know, this is a card of movement, things really moving quite quickly, actually. Things taking off, things taking a turn for the positive, things taking off quickly. So I really feel as though, you know, for many Leos, if you do feel stuck, you definitely have the power to really get things moving if you really wanted to. And I do feel that this energy is really going to come in no matter what anyways. You know, things are really going to move. I really feel like this Eight of Swords energy is going to be quite temporary. Now what I have external to you, and this could also be how other people see you, Leo, is you have the Five of Swords. Which the Five of Swords are all about short-lived victories. You know, maybe someone, you know, being a little sharp with their tongue and you know, thinking they won some sort of fight, but it's really short-lived. You know, this card talks about deceit, this card talks about conflicts. They're normally verbal conflicts. So sometimes, you know, this is the position where, you know, this is how other people view you. This is also can be, you know, other people in your external. So you might have some people around you that maybe are really kind of looking for a fight or looking for an argument. You know, people could view you, Leo, as being a little bit sharp-tongued. You know, this is a general reading, so that could be for very few Leos. You know, the advice that goes along with this card is if people are trying to maybe start some sort of drama or something like that with you, just walk away. That's, you know, that's obviously always good advice. Now, what I have coming up in your hopes and fears is you actually have the Judgment card. The Judgment card is a karmic card. And it talks about, you know, judgments that need to be made. These are judgment calls that maybe you have to make some sort of decision. You're hoping maybe for a decision to be made for some Leos. This can be, you know, a decision within the legal system. You know, this card also talks about rebirth. You know, that's really a blessing from the heavens, giving you some sort of, you know, opportunity to be, you know, born again, you know, and start new. So there could be some Leos that are hoping for that as well. Which you very well might get it because, you know, you're ending the month of November, going into December, actually, with the Fool card. This is what you received in the final outcome position, and it's actually a very nice card. Fool represents new beginnings. This is some sort of new beginning, Leo, that I definitely see you taking around the end of November. You're going to finally, you know, if you had these fears and anxieties holding you back, I finally see you, you know, breaking free from that. You know, the Eight of Wands energy really comes in and pushes you forward because this is you taking a leap of faith. This is you taking a risk. and really going for something. It's some sort of new beginning that you're setting out on, some sort of new path, Leo. And you know, this is a very exciting energy. It's extremely positive. You end the month on a very positive note. And you know, if we never take chances in life and go for things, you know, then we miss out. You know, we miss out on new beginnings. We miss out on some beautiful opportunities. So good for you, Leo. What I'm going to do now is just draw you an additional guidance card. Please show me an additional message for Leo. Please show me an additional message for Leo for the month of November 2015. Please show me Leo Sun, Leo Moon, and Leo Rising signs. Leo, 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 Leo. All right, Leo, 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 Leo. Okay. This card flipped right out, so I'm going to take it, Leo. Positive energy. Surround yourself with positive people and situations and avoid negativity. Feels like it resonates very well with the rest of this reading. All right. It's positive energy. Your manifestation work is going wonderfully well. By drawing this card, you're encouraged to take the process to an even higher level by going on a negativity diet. This means avoiding negative influences as much as possible. Avoid negative discussions with yourself or others. Turn off the television and radio programs with negative themes and stay away from violent movies. Don't read pessimistic headlines and steer clear of gossip-based magazines. This negativity diet will cleanse you of any hidden blocks that could slow down the manifestation of your dreams or prevent them from coming true at all. Another thing you can do is to apply feng shui, the ancient Chinese art of placement, to your physical environment, which will help enhance the positive energy in all of your surroundings. Also, you're asked to donate or sell items that are cluttering your home. This helps you bring in new energy and opportunity and will also establish an environment that promotes creativity, health, and abundance. Very nice, Leo. I feel as though, you know, a lot of Leos really need to hear this. This is really, really, really good advice. You know, I'm a Leo rising and I'm actually going to take this advice. So Leo, I really do think you're going to have a great month. I think that this energy of the Eight of Swords is very minimal. I don't feel it's significant. This Five of Swords, again, I really didn't feel it was you, or the majority of Leos, I should say. This is definitely your surroundings. And now that I've pulled this card, Leo, I really feel as though this is probably your surroundings. This could be like people you work with. And what this card is telling you to do is just walk away. Just, you know, act like you don't even hear it. Just walk away. You know, it could be a conversation that you're overhearing with other people. And this card is definitely assuring to walk away. I really feel that, you know, you could have definitely some new opportunities coming in. I definitely think that you should rely upon your intuition and your spirituality this month. Definitely take your alone time. It will serve you well. I really do see things picking up. And then you end the month with the Fool, which is some sort of new beginning. So wonderful, wonderful month of November, Leo. I wish you all the best. Have a great month.